Creek, Colorado. We drove through it on our way over to the Molly Kathleen mine. This is the Molly Kathleen mine tour. You travel 1,000 feet straight down to the tour. 5 miles an hour. Takes you 2 minutes to get to the bottom. Our tour guide for this trip left us laughing and making jokes the whole week.
Are you okay?
Can't hear you down there.
You watching?
Come up on us real quick. You let them on your sides. There it is, right about here. Now we're rolling down the bottom. All the utilities right over here. The Molly Kathleen gold mine was started out in 1891. About 125 years ago now. 1891. Let's go back to that year for a little bit. Two miners always sit down in the mine together. Always working together. Always keeping an eye on each other's back. They'd be sitting down in here with 2 candles for an 8-hour shift. That was a source of light underground. Way before electric. Look a little something like this. Kind of give you an idea what candlelight would be like. 2 candles for an 8-hour shift. 3 shifts a day. It's all for real, folks. I'll be showing you the Molly for the next hour now. Of course, this is without light. Let me show you how dark it is down in here real quick. Oh yeah, it's dark. It's real. Off the crosscut, the miners would do a drift. They would drift with those veins of gold. Follow those veins of gold. So we call it a drift. The miners would do a series of holes in the back of the drift here. It is all for their black powder explosives. Now this is what we call a beginning in mining, your black powder explosives. They do about 8 holes. No patterns, not yet. It's all done by what we call hand drilling. Hammer and chisel. If there's not enough room for both those miners to be working, one miner's got to start these holes out by itself. It's what we call single jack. Single jack. Hit your steel, turn it. Hit it, turn it, just like that. Every time I turn it, it cleans all the debris out of my way. I'm able to go a fraction, excuse me, I'm able to go a fraction of an inch deeper every time. Hit it and turn it. It's what we call a star steel, a cleaning steel. Those miners would do this 8 hours a day if they didn't have enough room. But if they do have enough room, they team up with their partner. We call this double jack. The hammer man, the shaker man. That hammer man hits that steel. The shaker man turns the steel. Same principle. It's also a cleaning steel. It takes those miners 8 hours to punch those 8 holes back in there. 1 foot. It takes those miners 16 hours, 2 shifts, to punch those holes back in there 2 foot. And that's where the miners want to be, is 2 foot back in that drift for their black powder explosives. It really is the beginning. Miners do all that too. They put the black powder explosives into each hole, with a fuse in each hole. Get all these holes ready to explode. They light their fuses, they go to their safe place here in this mine. 500, 600 feet away, and always around the corner. So the miners are in their safe place now. Everything goes off okay here. They come back here 30 to 40 minutes later after the dust settles down. That would blow out approximately 10 tons of ore, 2 foot back in that drift. 10 ton, 2 foot back. Then there's a third person that works here in the mines. We all call him the mucker. It's his job to come in here and muck all that ore out of there for the miners. As those miners start getting further back in that drift, they start laying down their ore cart track. Miners and muckers. Always remember that. Well, folks, I'm going to be down in here today running a few machines for all of you. Here at the Molly, we've worked on these old machines for a long time. We got them up and running really good right now. Of course, I'd like to show them to you. And if you want to plug your ears, it's okay to be doing them kind of things. Just check it out. It's all good. Here's your jack plate right here. That is top of the line jack. That goes up 740 feet, just like you see it. It doesn't stop anywhere and take a break. Of course, it's already been mined off every level above us. Stope mining these kind of things, for sure. Look at that. They'd raise and lower their heavy equipment right through this wooden trough. Air-powered tugger machines would pull up or lower down all their drills. From here down used to be the ladder. Of course, we took that out. To the left of these timbers, all the way up through there, would have been a massive wooden ore chute. All that's been taken out. That way you folks could look up in there and see how often.
This is a working mine over by Cripple Creek, Colorado. The tailing piles are huge. If you ever get a chance to drive by it, you can check it out. After the mine tour, we headed over to Pikes Peak. I somehow lost all our videos of us doing Pikes Peak. Here is what little video and pictures that I do have left.
Sometimes, is that true that sometimes people throw up when they're lightheaded?
You just saw it.
I didn't know she was lightheaded.
Well, if you get too lightheaded, then your stomach starts hurting.
You get dizzy and stuff, and that's kind of what it does too.
And the food.
That's kind of headed down, right?
The food that you eat can do that too.
Yeah, Stephen and I are already descending. I thought you were behind us. Okay. I've just started the descent. AC is still not in the rig.
At high elevations, when I stare at
Hang on. Not normal.
at high elevations, when I stare at
I didn't really know too much before this, so there's some snow. Yeah, there may be a little bit of happening, but not really. I didn't know it was going on.
On day 5, we stopped at Garden of the God to check out the awesome rock formations before heading out to 4 Mile area and hit some dirt trails.